This is Scott the Fix-It Guy. Today we have an LG washing machine. We're going to be replacing the door gasket, and this door gasket's pretty moldy. This has a dryer stacked on top, so rather than removing the dryer and then removing the top panel and then the front panel, we're going to replace this pretty easily from right through the door. And it's a little faster of a process and not that hard to do. You do need a special tool to be able to remove one of the spring clamps. This front spring clamp, we're just going to pry it off. I'm just using my pocket knife. You could use a flathead screwdriver. Just pull it back, and this is going to allow you to pull back on the gasket and then also to pull off this spring clamp. This one's actually pretty easy to take on and off. So now we're going to pull back on the front part of the gasket. We're going to push it inside the spin basket, and just take your time here. It'll eventually stay in there, which is what you want. That's going to make it a little bit easier to see what you're doing. So the next thing we need to do is to get off this little spring clamp down here, which is for the drain hole at the bottom of the door gasket. So you could use a pair of pliers at work too. You just pinch in on that thing and lift it off. There's some hair caught in here, probably some dog fur, so I'm going to get that out of there while I'm here. I'm just going to use a really skinny screwdriver to pull that stuff out. It's not super critical to have this clear, but it does help. It keeps the water from accumulating at the bottom of the door gasket, which can be one of the reasons you'll end up with a mold problem. The main mold problem does come from just leaving the door shut in between uses, so it's very important to keep that door open, and that allows for airflow, allows it to dry out, and then you won't get mold. So I also noticed some dog fur at the bottom of this glass bowl. I'm just going to wipe that off while I'm here, and that'll keep any water from dribbling out during the cycle. If you do have some fur there, it can cause a leak. Here's the special LG tool that is used to remove this other spring clamp. That's the second one that is attached to the tub. So I'm using it to grab onto the spring clamp and to make it a little looser, and then I can pull it off. Here's an example of how you're attaching it. There's a spring, and then there's a little part of the wire that we're hooking onto. Now those two will come apart, which is good. That helps you to get the whole thing off. You can just pull it out. And once you get that out, you can then grab the door gasket and just pull it out. It's just being held in by that spring clamp. So here's how it hooks on. A little hook on the wire, the spring hooks onto that, and that keeps that attached to the plastic tub. Here's how that tool works. It gets in there, and then when you squeeze the handle, it pulls the spring off, or when you're putting it back on, you can squeeze the handle and then fit the spring onto the hook. So now we're pulling it off. That tool is kind of expensive. We'll put a link in the description below, but it's a great thing to have, especially if you're going to do the removal through the door like we're doing today. Here's that mold problem. You can see it more readily. This is the inside aspect of that gasket, and that's why you get that bad mold smell. It's really, though, a result of just keeping that door closed between uses. So we're going to wipe out any of the mold we see in there, any of the dirt. Might be good to do this with a little bleach too, just to make sure you really have eliminated most of the mold. Hey guys, can you take just a second to click on the subscription link below? It really helps our channel, and also the bell notification, so every time we make a new video, we can send it right to you. We make a new video about once every week. Really appreciate that, and if you give us a thumbs up, it'd be great. Thank you. While I'm here, I'm checking too the relationship of this silver spin basket to the plastic tub that surrounds it. I want to make sure that there's no play, and that'll help me to know that that rear bearing is still in good shape. So I'm holding the plastic tub and then trying to wiggle the spin basket, and they're moving together, which is good. There's no play in between them. That is not worn out. So now I'm putting some liquid detergent on my fingers, and I'm going to run them on the inside of this groove. This is the groove that will hook onto the plastic tub. And by lubricating it with this, it makes it much easier to install. You could do it without putting the lubrication, but it is harder to do. So you can kind of see in the video, I'm just getting it in that one groove only. I'm going to get it all the way around. Now this diamond, or this triangular shape we have, is at the top of the gasket. That's going to be pushed in at the top onto the plastic tub using your thumbs. You'll actually feel it kind of lock into place. I'm sorry about the camera work here, it's a little hard to see. Now I'm just rotating the whole gasket to try to line up that drain hole with the hose that it attaches to. And I'm going to push this in with my thumbs here on the side to really get it to lock in against the tub. I've got to do that and make sure it's really secure before I add that spring clamp back on. So I'm just taking my time and I'm pushing up with my two thumbs and pushing in until I feel that rubber lock onto that plastic tub, on the plastic tub's rim. Now I'll go ahead and push the gasket back into the spin basket so that I can get the clamp on easier, the spring clamp. It kind of stays there by itself once you push it in. And I'm just feeling around now, making sure that the gasket is really locked onto the plastic tub before I put on the spring clamp. Just checking all those parts of the gasket that touch the plastic tub. So I'm going to turn the whole gasket a little bit to the left here so it lines up better with that drain tube. And it'll still slide because it's got that lubricant. You can move the whole thing if you need to. That lines up good. So I'm using my pliers now to push the spring clamp that was on there, the lower one, way down as low as I can get it. And now I'm going to put the other spring clamp that was attached to the door gasket. I'm going to put that on, but kind of low down on it also. Putting that wire back on now. There's a groove that it fits in the rubber door gasket. I'm going to use my fingers to feel that wire, that spring clamp is into that rubber groove. I'm going to feel all the way around. I'm going to make sure that the spring part of it is over to my right at 3 o'clock. And now I'm using that tool to grab the lower part of the spring and the upper part of the wire. And when I squeeze, it'll pull those two together. And I'm going to look in there to line up that spring back onto the wire, onto the hook. Take your time here. You can pull the whole tub towards you because it's a spring loaded, so you can get it to where you can see a little better, and just take your time, get that spring back onto the hook. We got it. So now that was the hardest part. You can kind of see it, and that gasket's on there really tight. Now we can attach the gasket to the front. And to do that, we're going to put some of that same lubrication onto the spring clamp itself. So we're just running our fingers over all that metal so that it's a little bit slippery. What we'll do is we'll make sure the spring is down at the 6 o'clock position and the top of the wires at the 12 o'clock position, and we'll put that on to the rubber gasket. There's another little groove that it fits into. And that'll be after we put the rubber gasket onto the metal lip on the front panel. That's what I'm doing now. I'm just kind of the same way we put it on the tub, just working my fingers around, making sure that it's really on there, using my thumbs. sped up the camera here a little bit, but you can see how it's being done. It'll fit on there really nice once you get it. I'm going to feel around the perimeter, make sure it's on there. And now I can add that spring clamp. So I got it on the top. I'm pushing down with my thumbs, getting it in the groove. Got the spring down at 6 o'clock, and I'm going to push, 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 push until the spring also goes into the groove. And that's it. Now we have a brand new gasket on there. It's going to be nice and tight and leak proof. And we did a cycle and made sure that there was no leak. Did really good. This is at the spin aspect. It's going nice and fast. I want to show you guys too on the dryer above it not to use these dryer sheets because they can create some real problems. Like right here on the filter, you can get a waxy buildup. I'm using an old toothbrush to just eliminate all that waxy buildup, and that'll make your dryer run better. You can see that the light doesn't go through there very well, so neither would the airflow. So wiping it off is really good. Those dryer sheets are not good to use on your dryer. I'm going to use a wire brush now to reach in, and I'm going to use abrasion to clean off these two metal strips, and they're the moisture sensor. If they're covered with wax, they can't sense when the dryer has done its job, and it'll run too long. So it's really good to keep those clean. You can use Windex or alcohol or abrasion to clean the wax off. There is a product that you can use that gets the static out of your clothes. It's more like a tennis ball instead of those waxy sheets. So we're looking again at the repair we did, and that looks great. No leaking at all. If you ever want to just do a spin drain cycle on your LG, you can start it and then press the spin button until it shows high speed spin. It'll show a 15-minute cycle. Press start, and it'll drain all the water out, and it'll gradually work up to high speed spin. So you don't have to do a whole cycle. You could just do just a spin cycle if you want to. So again, you turn it off first, then turn on the power, press the spin speed button until it goes to the highest speed, and then press start. We can see it's doing the spin cycle, and it's gradually counting down.
Thanks so much for watching our video. Please leave any comments or questions in the comment section below. We really appreciate that. We have a really nice video coming up for you right here that I think you'll enjoy. Very similar, dealing with appliance repair. So thanks again for watching our video.